Galadriel is one of the most iconic and powerful characters in J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth legendarium. She is an elf, the Lady of Lothlorien, and the wife of Celeborn. Her story spans many ages of Middle-earth, making her one of the oldest and most influential beings in the history of Tolkien's world. Her beauty, wisdom, and strength are legendary, and she plays a pivotal role in the events of The Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion. Origins and early life. Galadriel was born in the Years of the Trees in Valinor, the Undying Lands, before the First Age of Middle-earth. She is a Noldoran elf, one of the High Elves, and was known for her intelligence, ambition, and beauty from a young age. Galadriel's early life in Valinor was marked by her desire for freedom and a longing to explore Middle-earth. She was among the Elves who initially followed the Valar to Middle-earth, but was later caught up in the rebellion of the Noldor. Galadriel, despite her ambitions, was not as morally corrupt as many of the other Noldor who left Valinor in defiance of the Valar. Galadriel and the Rings of Power. Galadriel is most famously associated with one of the three elven rings of power, Nenya, the Ring of Water. This ring gives her the power to preserve and protect her realm, Lothlorien, from decay and darkness. Unlike other holders of the rings, Galadriel does not fall prey to the corrupting influence of the One Ring, largely due to her wisdom and inner strength. Throughout The Lord of the Rings, Galadriel remains a figure of purity, her magic and foresight aiding the Fellowship in their quest to destroy the One Ring. Her possession of Nenya also symbolizes her role as a guardian of beauty and peace in Middle-earth, with Lothlorien itself being a realm of timeless tranquility and magic. Under her rule, Lothlorien is one of the few places in Middle-earth that remains untouched by the darkness of Sauron's influence. The Lady of Lothlorien, Galadriel's role as the Lady of Lothlorien, is one of leadership, grace, and immense power. Lothlorien is a realm of beautiful forests, bathed in a soft golden light, and it stands as one of the last bastions of elven power in Middle-earth during the Third Age. Her presence is often described as serene and radiant, and she is depicted as a wise ruler who guides and helps others with great empathy. Her relationship with her husband, Celeborn, while never deeply explored in the texts, is portrayed as a strong partnership. Together they rule Lothlorien with a balance of wisdom, strength, and kindness. The Mirror of Galadriel. One of the most memorable scenes involving Galadriel is when Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee visit her in Lothlorien. Galadriel offers Frodo the use of her mirror, a reflective basin that allows individuals to see visions of the past, present, and potential futures. The mirror represents her deep knowledge of the world and her foresight. However, it also reveals the dangers of over-reliance on such power, as the mirror shows both light and darkness. Galadriel's temptation and resisting the One Ring. In the Fellowship of the Ring, Galadriel faces a moment of temptation when Frodo offers her the One Ring. While the power of the ring is immense, and she is well aware of its potential for good and evil, Galadriel chooses not to take the ring. She famously says, "I pass the test. I will diminish and go into the west and remain Galadriel." This moment marks a pivotal choice in her character arc. She resists the temptation of power, showing both wisdom and humility, and ultimately chooses to remain true to her purpose, preserving beauty and goodness in the world, even if it means leaving it behind. The end of the Third Age and departure. At the end of the events of The Lord of the Rings, after the destruction of the One Ring, Galadriel's time in Middle-earth comes to an end. With the diminishing of the Elves and the fading of their power, Galadriel, along with Celeborn, sails to the Undying Lands. Her departure signifies the end of an era as the Elves withdraw from Middle-earth, and it is one of the final acts of the Elves in the Third Age. Galadriel's legacy. Galadriel's legacy is one of grace, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to preserving the good in Middle-earth, even when faced with the most challenging of choices. She stands as a symbol of the elven ideal, a being who balances immense power with deep wisdom, compassion, and a reluctance to wield power recklessly. Her role as both a ruler and a guide has a profound impact on the Fellowship, particularly Frodo and Aragorn, and she is remembered as one of the most influential characters in Tolkien's legendarium. Galadriel is ultimately a character of great moral strength, embodying the values of wisdom, beauty, and restraint. She is a reminder of the power of choice and the possibility of redemption, even for those who have witnessed the most corrupting forces of darkness.